When pharmaceutical companies like Novo Nordisk sell their drugs, or when they actually approve their drugs, a lot of investors will actually look at their stock price and react positively towards it, because that represents that the drug will be marketed and at the same time, profitability in the future will be more visible. Now here comes the thing. Whenever the drugs get approved, this is just the first stage. The real change comes between this thing called PMB, which is known as Pharmaceutical Benefit Manager. They often act as the middleman in the US for the supply chain. So what happens during this stage is that they will negotiate with the manufacturers. And once they form the formulary, they will send this list with the insurer to see what kind of drugs is actually included. And if you look at some insurers, they will inform you based on your insurance policy plan, what kind of drugs is actually approved and what kind of drugs is actually rebates if you go through them. They kind of control how much of a drugs list actually flow back to the pharmaceutical company. Because during the negotiation stage, that also includes how much are you going for the copay and are there different tiers of payment or rebates. So once the drugs get into the approved drugs list, that's where the insurance actually covers them. If more drugs are approved in the list, then naturally the adaptation, which is the patient who owns the insurance coverage, will be able to access to those drugs. And why is that so? Because would you rather pay full price out of your own pocket, or would you rather take the claims that you buy the insurance in the first place to claim for those drugs? Okay, so sometimes when you see the headline like Ozempic or Wegovy, they cost $450, they cost $900 per month. That is not the net price. Because the PNB, their role, they will come in to set the rebates. And after setting the rebates and discount, that is where the pharmaceutical company will earn based on what is left. So how does Novo Nordisk come into power with the PBMs? Because sometimes Novo Nordisk bundles some of the drugs. It makes it hard to exclude them in the list. So even with the rebates, as the adoption grows or as the brand recognition with, of course, more results that's being released, then what happens is that eventually the growth or the unit growth of the drugs that's being sold will begin to climb. And that's where the company's profitability starts to kick in.